Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Riven. My name is Jeff. You can call me Jeff. That's me. Hello, Wally. Thank you for claiming first. Hey! Loading. My name's Heretic.
Oh, sweet heavens! Moisturize me! Moisturize me! Where are my surgeons?
Thank you for the hydrate, Nutmeg. Alright. Chick. Now let's see. We figured out which animals we have. What we don't know is what order to put them in. Lurk early? Alright. Have fun, Wally. See you later. Notebook's out here. I mean, we've got the numbers. Kinda. And we do have the translation. Where, like, this is 1. Then it goes clockwise around, so, like, straight down would be 2. 3 is like this. Then we have a double sticking up this way, that'd be 4. Double down would be, wait. 1. No, 3. Okay, so 4 would be this one and this one. So 5, 6, and then 7 would be double out. 8 would be double down. 9 would be double that way. 10, something like that. So if that's what it is, these all only have 1 or 2. They don't have a double. So like this one is, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So going back down, number 1 is the one that was on the prison island, which is the Riven symbol. So that should be 1. 1, 2 is the one that's straight down, which is the one that was on the tree, which is that beetle, which I think is over here. 2. Then 3 is up and left. Which I think this was the one under the water. Looking up the pipe. So that's 3. Be that moth thing. Which is there. 3. All right, 4 is over and down. Which one is that? Is it this one? Trying to remember which one they stole it from. But this one does have it. That's this one. This one, okay, this is the warg one, which leaves the one that was missing is the next one. So this one is 4. That would have been this guy. Pretty sure. So that's 4. Then 5 is down and off to the right. 4, 5, yeah. Which is, when I say right, I mean left. So this is the frog. With the curlicue. What is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then number 6 is the warg. I think we did it. Yeah, the water's traveling out along those channels.
You win.
Da 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 dan. Whoa. Not quite what I expected. It's the giant tree. Wow. We did it. Look at that. I wish we had a map so I could tell exactly where I am. Huh. They've got the link in spot where they could, like, drawbridge this up, maybe. Cool. All right. So we got some doors. That big obvious thing there. Oh, just gotta look around just in case. Though I don't think, but they probably don't have a need to hide much here, right? I think that's supposed to be Gehn. Got all those daggers in him.
Palo.
Hi, it's just, I'm a... Okay. I'm dead. Game over. Thanks everybody for watching. It's you. You're finally awake. It's all trippy. Like when I move. sort of drifts. And that's where we linked in. Not a sponsor. Arrive on Tay. A warm welcome achievement. Can I sit? Will they let me keep my stuff at least? Hello? You can kind of peek through. May I come out? I promise I'll behave. Oh. Cutscene. Hi.
Katarina now da saya yapalo.
My name's Jeff.
Yapay manay yalepo. Miotisay. Bekaretere wirape yelo kene falapo.
That's 2 books.
Tisay. Why te fulupe? Now Katarina ne.
Katarina.
Wisi fa polo ya sepe yai.
Can I? No, I can't follow. All right. Hello? As birds keep going. So what was that I just picked up? Another notebook. More reading. I write quickly from my prison. Along with this journal, I've instructed Nella to return the book that the Moiety intercepted upon your arrival. After questioning her, I've concluded that it was written by Atris for a very specific purpose. Gehn will wish to use it, though he will undoubtedly be suspicious. Once he is out of the way, you'll still need the combination to release me. I'm told he keeps it somewhere in his outpost on 233, which I think is the book that we're trying to activate with the different colors. Then I assume we're to signal Atris. I think I know how it might be done, but don't attempt it before I'm released. Okay, journal. It's been 1 week since I linked to Riven, and I'm still reeling from the changes I've witnessed. Even before my eyes could adjust, the smell of my homeland embraced me. The sweet salt air was instantly familiar, but the scene that soon resolved was not. As I stood there struggling to make sense of what I was seeing, a violent clang sounded and bars appeared before me. It was then that I must have been darted, for my memory after is cloudy. A Rivenese man, shabbily dressed in militaristic attire, was shouting something at me. He seemed to be attempting to speak Dunny, but his grasp of the language was so poor that I could not make out his words. And then the world went dark. Many voices passed, until at last I awoke to a familiar face. Etty. After all this time, she's still as warm and kind as ever, and yet the years have clearly wounded her. as they've wounded everyone whose world became a prison when Gehn was trapped here. Everything is tinged with pain and loss, even Etty's bright smile, though she does her best to hide it. A desperate urgency squelched by unuttered fears seethes beneath her cordial veneer. When Atris and I left Gehn here all those years ago, I was haunted by visions of what had become of my people, and how they might have come to suffer under his rule. But the injustices I imagined were nothing compared to the atrocities that have actually come to pass. The following is a chronicle of what I have learned, a record of all that has happened, should I no longer be here to tell it. The Moiety. It seems the confrontation that led to Gehn's entrapment on Riven was witnessed by some of the Rivenese, but their interpretation of the event was skewed, no doubt due to Gehn's overinflated view of himself. Atris and I had hoped that stripping him of his ability to link to other worlds might lead people to conclude that his claims of godhood were false, but it appears the opposite has come to pass. If Gehn was a god, and we had vanquished him, then we must be greater gods. It was thus assumed that my absence was only temporary, and that I would surely return one day to set the world right again. Thus, the Moiety, the name they adopted after Gehn's disparaging use of the term, were born, sworn enemies of Gehn, and devotees of me. I had no inkling of this misconception about myself until 2 days ago, though in hindsight it makes perfect sense given the way I've been treated. For their part, they naturally assumed an omniscient deity might be well aware of their own divine status, so there was no need to inform me. I only finally pieced it together during a recent underground gathering, where they reenacted their version of the story of my life, a riveting tale that culminated with the confrontation between Atris, myself, and Gehn at the edge of the fissure. The events had been exaggerated to such grandiose proportions that I found it hard at times to suppress my laughter, and yet this myth has also given them the courage to stand against Gehn, and the hope that they might someday be delivered from the relentless inhumanities of his authoritarian rule. Even so, the fact that I am the one who has been cast as their savior, an omnipotent being, who would one day return to Riven, overthrow Gehn, and lead them to a new paradise, is deeply unsettling. I would do anything to free my people from this hellish existence, but I am not who they think I am. How, though, can I dissuade them from this notion without also crushing their hopes? Secret passage to the Rebel linking room. 3. Oh, yeah. So those are the lights. One next to the window, one next to the stairs, one next to the door. As Gehn's power grew, so did the Moiety, and in order to evade his persecution, for he would wipe them all out in an instant if he could, they had to become more and more adept at concealing themselves. They made use of a network of caves that so far he has failed to discover, but I fear it's only a matter of time before they're found out. Secret passage to Rebel linking room. Further jeopardizing their existence is the fact that the Moiety absolutely refuse to sever their ties with those who have sided with Gehn. The two factions thus live together in surprising harmony, or overarching sense of cultural unity appearing to outweigh the schism, at least for now. I heard today that Father and Enant were inducted into Gehn's labor force. I so longed to see them, but a dimness shrouded Eddis's face so abruptly when I asked of them that it left me hesitant to press the matter further. I must know the truth eventually, but I fear the news will not be good. From the moment of their inception, the Moiety have sought to disrupt Genn's plans at every turn, sabotaging his constructions, stealing from his precious stockpiles, and keeping an even ever-watchful eye on his every move. They shroud themselves with dark coverings, and delight in the fact that their enemies are often frightened by their wraith-like appearance, and their almost preternatural ability to wreak havoc without detection or consequence. It was in the course of one of these forays that I was fortuitously rescued when I first linked to Riven. I shudder to think what might have become of me had that scout not been there to intervene. Gehn will certainly be hunting for me now, no doubt furious at his guard's failure to detain me. He must be even angrier, though, at the loss of the linking book he surely assumes I brought with me. That I was deceived into linking into Riven without a way book is a bitter yet fortunate fact. Well, who deceived her into linking into Riven without a way back? It is a bitter yet fortunate fact, for it may well have meant the death of us all had a path back to Dunny fallen into his destructive hands. When he finally discovers that I came here empty-handed, he'll be angrier still. That is some consolation, at least. I feel like I should take a picture of this page. Like, are these significant? I don't know. But look at the way it comes through. That's cool. I have glimpsed the final breath of a dying age. A tiny blade cuts the void. The white hole divided. Again and again, dipped in black, the nib drips red. The art of genocide. I'm back! Welcome back, Wally. Welcome back. Today I ventured above ground to see for myself what has become of the island. I hoped it wouldn't be as bad as the Moiety had reported. It was worse. Having lived with it for so long, the Rivenese have become inured to the steady decay around them. But I was devastated. As we wound our way through the underbrush, I found myself once again breathing in my youth, the ocean air transporting me back in a matter of seconds. But as my eyes again took hold of the warmth of those memories, the warmth of those memories faded, vanished, and I was left with nothing but numbness. We had reached a bluff that had not been there the last time I visited home. Cousin Eddie. Riven, which was once one island, has split into 5 distinct pieces that have since drifted apart and at an astonishing rate. 4 of these have been claimed by Gehn as his exclusive domain. Only those who have sworn their loyalty to him are ever allowed access to them. From my vantage point at the edge of the trees, I could see 3 of them, now blighted with Gehn's monomaniacal constructions. These islands are closely guarded and pose great personal risk to the Moiety, though that hasn't kept them from doing whatever they can to thwart Gehn's endeavors there. And there's the 4 other islands. The one with the hot springs. This one has the observatory boiler and the jungle. The 4th island I could not use as it has crept away to some distance and now lies concealed by fog. That's the prison one. The Moiety said that Gehn originally governed from this small island, living and working in a protected space he built for himself atop the stump that remains where the great tree used to stand. The only surviving forest is located here, on the largest island, where the village also remains. This island was ostensibly intended to be the province of the people, but it too has been irrevocably marred by Gehn's oppressive intrusions. There's the path we've been on. Words fall, brittle brown leaves masquerading as green. Should never have held lives. Both bloomed and as yet unseeded. Batman! What's up, Batman? I feel nothing today. I am an outcast among outcasts. The diaspora of a dying world. Despite my repeated protestations, the Moiety continue to treat me differently, their desperate need precluding any dissuasion from the belief that I am some sort of messiah come to save them. They misconstrue my every move as a validation of their faith, whispering of how I walked the island, bold and unafraid, mistaking my outrage at the island's devastation for bravery. Feel nothing too? In a good way or a bad way? But I am afraid. For I know something that the Moiety do not. The underlying reason for the island's accelerated decay. Gehn wrote this world, and so it will fail, as all of Gehn's ages ultimately fail. I must make the Moiety understand this, but I cannot talk to Etty. There were brief moments soon after my arrival when my divine status was forgotten and I was simply Katran again. Kataran. Yes, in a good way. But they are almost non-existent now. There is one person, however, who seems immune to these fallacious notions. Neela. Her gaze has never faltered when I've dared hint at the uncomfortable truth. I feel I could trust her to bear the full brunt of it. Gehn is making books. How did I not know this until now? Atris and I knew he would likely attempt it, as he has adopted the paranoid practice of writing all the necessary materials into his ages. He's been exploiting the natural resources and the people of Riven as fodder. Calidorn! All hail the tentacles of the abyss. They have arrived to pester and bother Jeff. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, and of course to pester and bother Wally1169, of course. Yes, of course. So, as fodder for his mad pursuit to further his colonialist ideals. Thankfully, it sounds as if he has not yet succeeded. As painful as it's been, the fact that I've returned to Riven at this crucial juncture is fortuitous. The age is crumbling. My people are suffering, and if Gehn succeeds in securing his freedom, other worlds will suffer the same. The Moiety are looking to me. I may only be mortal, but I have to do something. Right, there's the thing covering the fissure. Nutmeg says she's nice. So here I go again on my own. Trying to figure out what this squiggle is. It's been a long time since my last entry. There's much to tell. It was hard to recognize, but I found the star fissure. It is located on what Gehn refers to as his Temple Island, though the Moiety prefer to use the Rivenese word Alapo, which means water pool. They've thus taken to referring to the void itself as Alatoren, Pool of Stars. I like it. Pool of Stars. Your dad didn't appreciate it much? Yeah, I don't know if I actually get it either. It's White Space is a band, right? Oh, look, here's the combination for opening up the fissure. White Snake. Oh. So it was an auto-corrupt issue. It is the very fissure that allowed Atris and me to escape this age without leaving a linking book behind us, though it has since been sealed with a skin of heavy iron. Several derelict devices from that time remain mounted to its surface, including a hatch with a windowed viewport, a large telescope, and the mechanical lift that was used to install it, the combination to which was acquired by the Moiety long ago. Take a picture of that, because that's the combination to open the thing. Now, I've heard of White Snake. Boo, hiss. Nice nutmeg. Yes, White Space. In the early days, the Moiety briefly considered reopening the fissure. Thankfully, they decided against it. Had they attempted it back then, the results might well have been catastrophic. Were they to do so today, it would certainly mean the end of Riven. I am told that in the days immediately following Gehn's confinement on Riven, he attempted to determine the feasibility of navigating the stars beneath the fissure, for he had seen the mist book fall from Atris's hands into that very same space. To this end, he sacrificed several poor souls, alleged transgressors of the law, by throwing them into the hatch so he could observe their fate. It is said that they did not die, but what became of them remains a mystery. It's what phones do. Yep. Yeah, nobody here makes sense. We're all mad here. Just quietly join the club. And that original fissure is no longer alone. New ruptures have appeared in recent years at various locations around the islands. In some instances, the Moiety were able to glimpse the breaches before Gehn and his minions moved in to contain them. Their descriptions support my suspicions that the forces that are tearing Riven apart are more than merely geological. More troubling, however, is that Gehn is not simply containing these rifts, but is somehow using them to travel between the islands, and that he has also reportedly devised a way to harvest the energies from the expanse for some as yet unknown purpose. How like him to wantonly exploit for his own selfish gain that which he does not understand. The star field beneath the fissure is not as it seems. It is a gentle space, as hospitable to life as a flowing river. That is how Atris described his brief time within the expanse before he linked out, leaving his mist book adrift within it. He was never able to conclude upon its nature, but I cannot help but feel that there must be some greater I can't tell what that word is. Some greater pneuma behind it? Who? Yeah, I'll get to it. Get to adding who and some of those clips from the other night you took. Would be even better for falling asleep than Wally1169's video. Soothing, calm voice that just reads. Perfect. Something I should have mentioned earlier. One of the colossal blades that appeared in the course of our escape from Riven the great dagger that stands at one end of the fissure, has been adopted by the Moiety as the emblem of their struggle. They have their own explanation as how it came to be, of course, but their choice is more apt than they know, as that dagger, along with the other blades, was a manifestation of my rage at the destruction that Gehn had already wrought upon my world. Oh yes, there was much wooing to be had. I haven't told the Moiety that I wrote it into this age, as I fear that would only fuel their overestimation of me, but I can't deny it pleases me to have inadvertently provided them with such a fitting symbol for their cause. My limited encounter with Gehn's followers have been discouraging. Whenever I've attempted to engage them, they've fled from me. I heard an interesting tale from the Moiety last night, which may help to explain this. Soon after we trapped Gehn on Riven, he claimed that it was he who had been responsible for the Great Blades, summoning them as a preemptively punitive reminder of the obeisance he expected. In the village circles, it is told that this act marked the beginning of a period of restitution, at the end of which, provided they had proven their devotion to him, they would be delivered into a new and better existence. I will continue my attempts to intervene on their behalf. The cage has finally failed. Gehn is free. So he got his book working. Brain goes into the Sims mode. Caledorn shuts up for a few seconds. My sources have confirmed that Gehn has managed to create a functional linking book. In fact, he had done so before my arrival, but kept this accomplishment so well hidden that only his closest acolytes were aware of it. In keeping with his callous regard for the worlds he creates, he has simply named this age 233. It is not yet known whether he has written others. I have also just learned that years ago, a Moiety scout managed to steal a book that was an early failure that Gehn had intended to destroy. It was largely complete, but did not work. I wasn't told about it until now because they thought it was useless. Star Wars Outlaws is fun? Cool. Ooh, it's got more stealth to it. Cool. Gehn struggled for decades, but he could never get a conventional linking book to work. Then one day, he began construction on a cumbersome mechanical solution. A complex array of devices designed to harness the energies of the starry expanse and use them to suppress his book's inherent flaws. The design phase was chaotic and often dangerous. The Moiety tell of tremendous explosions, as Gehn sought to contain and wield forces that he knew little to nothing about. Got away from the Jedi stories? Kind of Dishonored in space, just without the magic powers? But he is nothing if not determined, and eventually he was able to use this enormous crutch to link to another age. I can't deny his brilliance, but it is an abominable solution.
Jeff. They call me Jeff. They call me
Hey!
Jeff. They call me Jeff. That's not my name. My name is Jeff.
Black
They
Sono,
call him Jeff.
welcome.
They call him Jeff. Yeah, Jeff who?
Thanks for the follow, and hello, hello. He is nothing if... Oh, and thank you for the follow. I don't think I said. But thank you. But he is nothing if not determined, and eventually he was able to use this enormous crutch to link to another age. Brutish. But it is an abominable solution. Brutish and overwrought. And all but entirely unnecessary. I have studied the partially burned book that the moiety took from him. Although he sought retribution for the affront, he appears to have been otherwise untroubled by the theft, no doubt assuming the book would be useless in the moiety's hands. But I can see what they could not. The book may yet be salvageable. The age the book describes is wholly unsuitable as a home for the moiety, but I think it can be modified. I will dream. So, Catherine fixed up the world that we're in now, inside the giant tree here. Batman loves himself some Jedi lightsaber. Oh, thanks, guys. I have nearly finished writing the moiety's age. The world, as described, is harsher and more desolate than they are used to, but they should be able to sustain themselves there. But we'll need a second book. Gehn has been spending most of his time on 233 lately, so the danger is less, but getting into his lab will still be difficult. The coming collapse waits the air, blurring my vision both day and night. We must act soon. That's she keeps slipping poetry in. Success! We have secured a second book. Though I worry now that Gehn will miss it and deduce our plans before we're ready. The descriptive book I've prepared as a refuge for the rebels is useless unless I can find a way to correct its inherent flaws. Gehn's massive machine mainly functions to manipulate the energies within the expanse. It serves its purpose, but its excess seems unwarranted. The Rivenese have long used crystalline substrates as an elegant means to manipulate light. If I could just find the right material... ... Last night's dreams have delivered me a perilous plan. I will write this substance into the new moiety age. Huh. So that thing we had to slide over the book? I wonder if I can just take that and then use Gehn's book with that extra lens thing. If we could temporarily access... Wait, does my magnifying glass just work the same as that filter we put over it? If we could temporarily access Gehn's apparatus, we could use our book to link to this new age and search for the crystal. Someone would then have to carry the book back to safety once the link was made. If it fell into Gehn's hands, all would be lost. When Gehn links to 233, one of his acolytes always remains to shut down the device. We'll have to get to him before he can do so, which means we will only have one chance before they're alerted to our presence. Everything is ready. I have written the material into the new age, and I have prepared the second linking book as a return path to Riven. Of course, it too suffers the same deficiencies as all of Gehn's books, so it won't work unless it's augmented. Once I'm in the new age, I'll have to locate the crystal and adapt it to heal the gateway image, which should render the book functional. I can then use the second linking book to return to Riven with more of this material. It's risky, but if it all goes well, the moiety and any others we can convince to join them will finally have an escape. I can't help but laugh at the absurdity of this plan. I sound like Atris. Should I fail to return, it will likely mean the end of my life. But my only real fear is for my people. Everyone assures me they have complete faith that I will accomplish my task and lead them to a better world. That's the fulfillment of the prophecy, after all. But underneath, they are just as tense and fearful as I am. What will become of them if I do not return? Will they perish here on Riven, or attempt to follow me through this new book to an unknown fate? I don't know what to tell them. Against all odds, it is done. We have already evacuated most of our members to this new age, which the Moiety have named Tay. The world is more beautiful than I had anticipated, so I am pleased. The Rivenese have been liberated, at least. Have been liberated at last. They stand beneath the open sky, unafraid, bedazzled by their freedom. They are happy. But there's still much to be done. The age is still vulnerable. The only way to completely protect it from Gehn is to destroy the books once everyone is safely in Tay. I'm hesitant to bring this up with the Moiety until they've had a chance to acclimate themselves to the new world, as it would mean they would be forever exiled from the only home they've ever known. Nor am I eager to sever my own connection, and my only path back to my life and family on Mist. But for the greater good, it must be done. Funny enough, they have written books, 3 of them. And some of the later games have, like, entire history books about everything. Like, all the past of the Dunny, the people who wrote the linking books, and all that. Anyway. Oh, one of the best books is the one about Atris growing up and visiting the Riven Island and meeting Catherine and their whole escape. It's actually been novelized in... It's called The Book of Atris. It's a good one. And it's like it ties into... It ends with the beginning of Mist, where he's like, as I fell into the fissure. Yeah, I plan to play them. I'm going to wait a little while to see if they're going to remake some of those as well. But I do own all of them through... what's the one? GOG. Good old games. So I have versions that will work with my computer, since I don't have DVD-ROM drives anymore. Anyway, for the moment, we're safe. But our activities could arouse Gehn's suspicions at any moment. We cannot delay. I will return to Riven tomorrow to resume my attempts to persuade the remaining holdouts to join the others in Tay. For now, though, I must rest. And that's the end of the book. Can I exit and go back in to the front? Nope, okay. So there was a note at the beginning. La-di-da. Here we go. I write quickly from my prison. Along with this journal, I've instructed Nella to return the book that the Moiety intercepted upon your arrival. After questioning her, I've concluded that it was written by Atris for a very specific purpose. Gehn will wish to use it, though he will undoubtedly be suspicious. So this book is that book, and this book is the broken one that Atris wrote. So he made it look like a Dunny linking book, but by altering some lines, it becomes one of those prisons that the 2 brothers were locked in the beginning, or in the first game. So, like, there's the desk where we talked with Atris. If I click this now, I'm pretty sure the game ends. And I'm stuck there. I should try it. Just do a save. New save. Wait, what? No. Back. I wanted to save. I can't save. Interesting. What's the... Oh. Save screenshot to notebook. Alright. Well, I've got all the things. Can I knock and get out now? Maybe if I walk back to the window again, they'll come. Yeah, it's open now. Oh. I don't remember if in the original you got to explore around this area. This is cool. All right. So we're inside the... Oh, hi. Snuck right up on me. Do I talk to you? I'm almost positive this was not in the original. They closed the door. Can I get past them? No. Sorry. I'll go this way. Very spiky. All those daggers stuck in it there. Giggity. Hello. My name's Jeff. What's your name? Okay. Peek in the windows. Oh, they got curtains. I just want to know things about this place. Is this open? Seems like no. Hi, just looking around. I feel I'm being led to a specific spot. That must be Catherine. Click, click, click on your face. That's quite a structure. Very, very pokey. Catherine of Earth. You know, just pass alongside him. Armor looked like Dunmer from Morrowind. That's another one I meant to play sometime. Catherine of Earth. Nope, Catherine of Riven, actually. She's native Rivenese. They're like, nah, just keep walking. Keep walking, stranger. But I'm a friend. Well, you're a stranger than us. Can I knock, knock, knock? Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, the Tentacle Lord? Will be a heretic until I've played it. Yep, never played it. My first Elder Scrolls was Oblivion. And I've played some Skyrim also. Okay. Hello. Doot. Can I borrow your glasses? They're cool looking. On the other side of that door. Do I get to go there? Oh yeah, look, the book's in there. Awesome. I'm in. And it just goes. Okay, dokie. hi. I love what you've done with the place. This is cool. Alright, so this is one of the books Gehn wrote that Catherine was able to fix up. And it links back to the same room we left from. New Fable? I don't know if I knew there was a new Fable. I haven't played any of those either. Man, that was so much reading. Alright, I'm back. Can I reset this to hide that book again? Because I doubt I can just take this. No. Nope. Oh, I'm going back in. Even I have played one of the Fable games. Even if you had words, Batman, I'm sure autocorrupt would mess them up. Oh, interesting. There's a linking book right here, too. Okay. Cool. Gotta make sure I get a good thumbnail. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Bad when you get Wally joining in on calling you a heretic, Jeff. Got unified chat against me for 50 gold stars. Woohoo! All right. Alright, but I still feel like I should somehow reset this. If I can. Does that work? Send the water back and everything? Yeah. So there goes rippling across. And then into this space. That's so cool. All right. So the secret to getting Gehn's book might not be solving that puzzle and activating it with the lights. It might just be pull out the magnifying glass. That's the word I was trying to come up with. Might just be pull that out and use it. I also half expect to get ambushed at any moment. I think there was some world loading in down there. It was all flickery. Alright. And we're back here. You've played all three Fables. Played one of them, you basically played all three since I had serious creative issues when it came to branching out into new story setups. Yeah, I'll look into it. Back into running mode in all caps. Excuse me. Alright, need to get back to that island there. Ooh. I don't know, though, if I'll be able to take the lift roller coaster back. I think it'll let me. Unless I get there and the door doesn't open. No, I am interested in Fable. I'm trying to think. It's one of those ones I considered buying. Wait, gotta reverse. I used to get, like, Xbox and Wii games from half-price books. And that's one of the ones I was like, I should probably get this one. Came free with your Xbox 360? Yeah. Yeah, that's what... We still have an Xbox 360. That's what we use as our DVD player. Don't really play games on it much anymore. Although the Wii still works. Sorry, it worked the last time we used it. Recently. Alright, can I open the door from this side? Oh, it opened! Oh, hello! Gehn! Well, here we are, again. His eyes are following me. Yes? Wee woo, wee woo. I have been an established heretic. Oh, you're talking to Wally now. Hereditars from the starboard. Alright, so Gehn didn't say anything. I thought he would say something. Now he probably wants me to come up and activate the book or something. Alright. Let's do this. Tries to pretend to care. Don't lie. We know. We know you don't care. Alright, so I gotta push this button several times. Da da da. Here we go.
Ipanema goes walking and
Thanks, Wally. Perfect use. So what do you want to bet? Oh, I can't get into the book now. I was gonna say, what do you want to bet? I can just use this, but that doesn't seem right. Hey, I'm on an elevator.
Down from Ipanema goes walking.
Heretic, heretic, heretic.
Alright, so maybe I do have to figure this out. There were no clues. So, the Moiety figured this out. Huh. Yes, that second one is Caledorn's favorite. Oh! Maybe it's both of you. The way the waves go over that rift. That's just wild. Anyway, yeah. So the Moiety didn't leave clues up here anyway. So these colored marbles we determined went where they are because of that cartography island. This one had that pattern, and the different colors from this underwater stuff. But there's only 5 of them. Favorite heretic. The other thing is, I don't know how to put these in order because I can move them, but I can't seem to... Like, they don't seem like they're in the right order from what I expected. Like, if... where the islands were numbered. Oh, there's where we plug in the number that we got from Catherine's journal. Yes. So this is where we were matching up numbers and islands. And we figured out all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5 islands, so what's the yellow one? You're my favorite Batman. Strike force compensation. And up here we've got red, orange, green, blue, purple. Like, unless that's supposed to be yellow. Which it could be. I've got to figure out... Click ring ding. Ring ding diddle I oh. Green. I can't even go side to side. Da-ah. And I am unanimous in this. So green is circle dot, which was... Which island was that? It's not even on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I wanted to be in here. So there are 6 of them. One of these was prison. Almost. Could be their kid. Ba, ba, ba. I'm pushing escape to go back. Yellow, what the heck? Alright, so that one is the regular eye, which should take me to this one? But it doesn't have the dot. Jungle Island. Yeah, this is Jungle Island. Jungle. Man, this notebook, I'm not a fan. So prison is the horizontal bar. Boiler is the vertical bar. No, this one's prison. What is this? Hot Springs. Terrifying mental image. Get served. So this one's Hot Springs. Prison. No, Boiler. I wrote down Jungle for this one. Jungle, Observatory, Prison. Hot Springs. Strike Force. Compensations. Are you free, Mr. Jeff? I'm free. Bald eagle flies. He's Merkin. It has been a very long time since I've actually seen that show. Is Mr. Spooner the younger guy? Uh, 81 years old. Also, we've got like the plus minus thing going on. What order are the dials in? Red, orange, green, blue, purple. Red, orange, green, blue, purple. Red, orange, green, blue, purple. So if we, I'm even trying to think, like, if we went up 16. Miss Brahms. I think Mr. Lucas is probably the one I'm thinking of then. So I'm thinking, like, if we went up 16 and then subtracted 7, they'd come out. So at 16, 9 plus 5 be 14 plus 12 would be 26. Minus 3 would be 23. So if this one's purple, young Mr. Grace's nose. So purple all the way to the one side. That works. Well, except it would be 16 and, like, these two come out further over. But purple, going down the list, purple, blue at 12. Green is 5. And whether it's orange or yellow... Wait. Yeah, orange and yellow are both bigger numbers than green. So whichever I'm interpreting this one as. Heretics. Huh. Yeah, it used to be on our public broadcasting back when I used to watch. So, like, orange and green are backward. Unless I'm misreading this whole thing. Are you smarter than a 6th grader? 27, science. I do have plans to turn this into more of a trivia game that everyone can play later. But for now, science. Science! What color does litmus paper turn in an alkali such as ammonia? Blue. Correct. All right. So, I was pretty sure I had the balls right. But then where to put the dials, because like green should be on the other side of yellow or orange or whatever. And what's with the yellow? Can I just take this with me and go? Can I leave? No. I have to leave it here. Blunk, blunk. Put it back, or I'll forget where it belongs. So we were like 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $16. This notebook, I swear. What did I come up with? 16, 12, 573. 16, 12, 573. Yeah, probably overworked. Plus, I've looked at this puzzle before. 16, 12. This one should have been on 5. This one goes on 7, but like I can't yank it out. Don't. And this one goes on 1, 2, 3. But this one should be swapped with green, as far as I know. I mean, I could try it, but I don't think it'll work. Man, Catherine's right. This is a very overcomplicated machine. Don't know what to do with this tossed salad and scrambled eggs. Did ya? Pound jaw. That's a good one. Nice clip, Calidorn. Told you not to tell me what to do. I kind of want to go back to Gehn's lab again. See about the dials. I'm also wondering if I'm messing up because they're Rivenese numbers and they're not base 10 or whatever. Anyway. Gehn's lab. It's on the boiler island. What? Trying to remember, could I go out on this bridge after it went up? You gave me this green sword, which means I have to ramp up your efforts at trolling me. 5th gear! Get in. Put the bridge up. All right. That'd be cool if that leads somewhere else now. Oh, that's not even the right bridge. It's this other bridge. Nope. Doesn't go anywhere. Well, dang. We'll put it back. Worth a shot. Nyong. 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 So that's probably one of the endings we could get. Just go up there and punch in the combination now. Destroy Riven without saving anyone. Nincompoop. Sure. Nyong. And there's the dagger Catherine was talking about. There's the machine. Alright, guess we can travel there by... Maglev again. Now that they're not locking me out. Switch. There we go. Whee! And go. Go. To follow up on my Firebot issues the other day. Pretty sure it's because I didn't restart OBS after I updated Firebot. As soon as I restarted OBS, it was fine. Boiler Island. So, lesson learned once again. Don't update things right before a stream. Then we can take this ride. Can I go out on the tracks? No, of course not. That'd be unsafe. It's like it travels back in real time. I have to wait for it to be all the way here. Yes, this is silly talk. Come on, it's 2024. Alright, let's go. Go for another, roller coaster ride here. This one's more Indiana Jones, though. Whee! So cool. Lab. Here we are. Down, down, down the ladder. Here we go. Alright, there's a ladder over here. Up. And then this way to here. Got a little jumpy there. Alright, here's Gehn's lab. Wish I could see that frog again. Can I ride this back down? Yeah. That frog jumped down here. Yeah, that one. I hear water dripping. Did it always play this music down here? Yes. It is much quieter now. Alright, let's go up. Blurse you too. Alright, I feel like there's something I should have been doing with this. One, 2, 3, 4. Like, is this just a polishing machine? So that does the flywheel without it moving. This is a demonstration of the heat making the water go up. Jeez. At least they woke up. Yikes. Does it turn into a hand there? Oh, yeah, right. 15 times. Yeesh. Yeah, there's that moth. It's one of the symbols. A fish. Right, so try and read it, however, there's a way to make sense of it. Unless you have one of these. Waha. Okay. Here's where he's like making paper. Can I turn this? Over here we had some more fire marbles. Like this one. Which I can't take back out of there. Ah! I put it in the bin. Wonder if that pipe goes back down and out there. Huh. Alright, so... that's kind of it. Ding, 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 we have a winner! So what number is that? That's 9. Yellow, and I think that matches what we found, right? What we came up with over here? Or it's like 9 yellow, what the heck? Yeah. So this is the... been running lately. The one in the lab. Now can I take it out of there? No. Okay. We get some food and bean juice. Alright. Alright. Yeah, troll you later too. Yeah, I got maybe 20 minutes. Brains! Brains! So some other numbers we could try plugging in here is like 16, 12, 753. But I don't think those will necessarily do anything. Or what if... it was supposed to be 9. 8675309. Ding ding ding. That just turns it off. Still not sure what I'm supposed to do with this information. This is the one. That's the 233. It's time. I reviewed security measures with each guildmaster. Hideout source. Appears the rebels have access to a resource that I'm unaware of, perhaps a mine or an uncharted island. It's a different world. Okay, but viable loop has been established. For an eternity of toil and sacrifice, an unconscionable presumption, the ages I might have fathered. Closely comparing the real with the written, I believe I will soon be able to create a more appropriate age from which to relaunch my mission. I still gotta figure out how to get there. Whoops, I didn't actually mean to close that, just... eh. Alright, still not sure what, if anything, I'm supposed to do with this. Unless it's just demonstration, like an interesting thing to have in the middle. And this... yeah, I don't know. Can I pick one of these up and carry this in it? What did this say? Counterintuitive aspect of fire marbles. That a greater strike force does not always yield the maximum energy output never ceases to amaze me. Optimal strike force. Base value. Scratch out, scratch out. And this doesn't look like the other half of that paper. To power marble. Are they all 9 plus or minus that number? Also, I don't know if that would work either. Like, would that swap the ones that seem out of order? So 9 plus 16? So that would put this out to... sorry, I'm getting tired. 25. 9 and 9 would be 18. Wait. No. 9 and 7 would be 16. Orange would be 16 then. The observatory. Nope, wait. 9 minus 7. Put orange at 2. Green is 9 plus 5. Blue would be 9 plus 12. Or 12 plus 9. And then red would come out to... What, red is 3, or 9 minus 3. 6. But that would put red and orange backward from each other if I did it that way. Unless I did some of this math wrong. 9 minus 7 is 2 for orange. Because this note said something about base value. Optimal strike force base value. And those are all scratched out. But if the base value is 9, then... Whoop. I mean, that's got to be it, right? Some sort of base of 9 plus or minus these numbers. But we can't reorder the colors. So that's orange. Let me check a wiki. Number. Dunny numbers. Timeline, language, history, numerals. Here we go. 25, base 25 counting system. All right, 1 becomes 5, 3 becomes 15, 2 sets of glyphs can be added. So this one is, excuse me. This one is 16. This one is 7. This one is 5. This one is 12. And this one is 3. So those, I seem to still have those right. And that is definitely a curve, not an angle. Well, even if it was an angle, it would be this way. Like this one. Very interesting. Let's check my math one more time then. 16 plus 9 is 25. Or 9 plus 16, technically. 9 minus 7 is 2. Which already puts orange on the wrong side of
Lurk much?
red. Alright, good night, Wally. We'll see you Friday. Yeah, so the combination of there being a optimal base value of 9, and then he's got plus minus to compensate for the different colors. I'm gonna have to think on this puzzle. Probably about time to call it a stream anyway. Call it a night. So, let's see who's live. Let's at least get back into the game here. Optimal Strike Force. Let's see, we've got it's like Evil Reyes is playing. Nope, I'm trying to switch. Evil Reyes is playing Desynced, which Wally and I played together in multiplayer. So let's raid Evil Reyes. Let him know I sent you. Looks like he's playing multiplayer as well. Cool. That's fun. I will be back on Sunday with Planet Crafter and the Shenana Gang. On Monday is Autonauts, and Wednesday should be more Riven. In the meantime, come join our Discord if you're not already there. We play games on Friday nights. Discord. We play games on Friday night that you just drop in. It's real casual. Wally and I, and usually Lana and lots of other people from the community are there, and we play mostly play free games like Goose Goose Duck, which is like an Among Us game, or Golf with Your Friends, which is not a free game, but it's usually on a pretty good sale. And games like that where you can just stop in, play, and maybe we'll see you next week, and maybe we won't. Hopefully we do, though. I guess in the meantime, remember to be kind, have fun, and I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.